Hello, this is Sherry Darden with your very first FMLA Friday post. Here you're going to get some tools, some tips, and maybe even some food for thought on reducing that FMLA intermittent abuse. You know, I call FMLA the Friday Monday Leave Act because normally that's when everybody wants to take FMLA. Sick on Friday, sick on Monday, come back to work Tuesday, excellent health on Wednesday. Thursday they begin to kind of because they're going to call in sick again on Friday. So with these posts, hopefully we'll be able to look at some ways to either reduce or maybe even get rid of some of that FMLA intermittent abuse. So here's your first FMLA Friday post. The most burning question I always get is, Sherry, do I really have to have a job description for every job within my organization? Now guess what my answer is going to be? Yes, 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 and yes. And I'm only going to stop there because I could go on forever saying yes. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the top 4 most burning answers and maybe that first 4 affirmations as to why a detailed job description is going to be so key. First and foremost, let's start at the beginning. It's going to help you create a wonderful, wonderful job ad. You know, your job ad really should be congruent with what the major job functions and responsibilities and what kind of expectations you're going to be having of that potential candidate. You know, often we get a little upset or we get a little bewildered about the types of applicants that actually come through the door, and we go, where the heck did these people come from? Well, let's go back to your job ad. Was it very explicit? Was it really clear about what you were looking for that potential candidate? Were you really clear about the kind of qualifications and certifications you were looking for in that applicant? The second most important reason why you want to have a job description, and let's piggyback on that job ad, is job interview. You know, I just laugh, and I often have my participants in my workshop laugh about those beauty pageant questions that we like to ask those potential candidates. And we usually ask them those beauty pageant questions such as, Sherry, what would you say your best qualities are? Of course, I'm going to tell you that I'm happy and I'm peppy and I love to work with people and I'm just the best worker in the whole wide world. And you may ask me, well, Sherry, what would you say is your most challenging question? Or my most challenging issue? Or my most challenging personality? Or what would you say your biggest challenges are? Now, am I really going to tell you that I have anger management issues? No. Am I going to tell you that I have a fascination with fire? Or I like to take things that don't belong to me? No. I'm just on this side of saying because I want to get that job. And then the true Sherry Darden shows up for work and you go, whose child are you? What happened to that happy, peppy person that loves people and loves to work and such a hard worker? Because you didn't ask those emotionally intelligent questions. And that detailed job description is really going to help you set up the right questions for the right candidate. Now, the third most important reason why you want to have that detailed job description is performance reviews. You used it from the start in your job ad. You've used it for your interview process. Now you want to use same set of rules, same qualifications for performance evaluation. Are you seeing a key here? Consistency. You want to be consistent. And now I'm going to talk about the 4th most burning reason why you want to have a detailed job description. And this really relates to FMLA because I know that's what you're wanting to say. Well, how is it going to help me with FMLA, Sherry? Well, 1 is going to help you weed out the bad candidates as much as possible. Make sure you hire the right ones and that you're using it for performance evaluations. But as far as FMLA is concerned, it's going to help you with your FMLA certifications. Now, we get a little angry with our HCPs, our healthcare providers, when they either don't fill out a med cert or they don't fill it out properly. There's lots of fields missing. But listen, they went to school to practice medicine. They didn't go to school to fill out med certs. So a lot of times they're not even quite sure what they are or what they're looking for. And that's why you want to always make it a company policy, again, coming in with that consistency, to attach a detailed job description with every med cert so that the HCP can certify what that serious health condition is. And we know that serious health condition is one or more of the primary job functions that employee is not able to do because of their current health condition. It's going to help if your job or that particular job responsibility requires a fitness for duty. The Department of Labor requires you to have a detailed job description if you're going to require an employee to have a fitness for duty upon return from their leave. It's also going to help you if you have an employee who's out on workers' comp. Now, many companies have a policy where if an employee is out on workers' comp, that they also run FMLA concurrent. Again, are you seeing that key thing there? Consistency. It's really good if you can kill 2 or 3 birds with one stone. And then last but not least, ADA with the American Disabilities Act. When you have to accommodate someone under ADA, under reasonable accommodation, what are you accommodating them on? Now, there are some parameters as to what you have to do for reasonable accommodation, but in order for you not to go further than you have to, it all goes back to what are my primary job functions? And where are you going to find that? Right, with that job description. So now you've been able to see at least 4 of the top most burning, important, pertinent reasons why a detailed job description is going to make life a lot easier on you and then possibly cut down on that Friday, Monday leave-itis. This is Sherry Darden with your very first FMLA Friday blog post. If I covered this question and you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave me a comment down at the bottom. If there's a question you would like to be asked, or you would like to ask me, I should say, and you want me to answer, go ahead and type that in the comment section as well. You never know, that may be my very next FMLA Friday blog post. Bye for now and happy FMLAing.